Howdy, 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 ho lads. Dude, my throat is gonna need a day rest. I'll get it one day. Okay. Howdy, 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 ho lads. Okay, you guys hopefully can see my screen now. Am I audible? Yeah, dude. It's just that's how I talk to myself and talk to all the time. Like, this is how I talk, man. Wait, let me put this. One sec. Hi, Dor. A very good evening to you, bro. Bro, the mushroom thing is still going on. No, actually, I have to stop it. I forgot about it. One sec. Mushroom. Stop. Here to mushroom. Stop. Yeah, okay. So it should be good now. Ansh! Hi bhaiya, got to know your stream from a friend. He told me you give amazing advices. I try, man. I try to give good advices. I try my best. But if you... Hi, Idor. Howdy. I try giving, like, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Because we have a lot of good people here who love sharing their advices and everything. Man, his friends are going long way, yeah. Oh, bhaiya, please give me good advice. So people who don't know Pradhan, that's my friend from school. So just in case if you guys need to understand what's going on. Okay, but today is actually a stream dedicated more towards Rover and Shriram, right? I am a life advisor, I guess so. I'm making an offensive hacking project for my GitHub, rats, ransomware. Yo, that's amazing, Idor. Lads, do check out Idor. Do ask him about this, because if you want to learn coding and cybersecurity or get a good name out looking for jobs, Idor would be. Yeah, I would love to collab too, man. Yo, CH, when wedding? Long time, man. I have no clue. Yeah, 100%. We chill. You guys can roast me sometimes, I guess. Unlike Wrench, he just likes to make me suffer. The guy is a maniac. But yeah. Bro, I don't have... I'm not married. Yeah. So, and Rabbit, Ansh, if you want to know, Rabbit is the master distractor of our chat. The master distractor. Yeah, Idor, that would be amazing, lads. I don't know if you are seeing the Twitch chat, but Idor mentioned he's making a beautiful hacking project. So do ask him if you guys can collaborate, what you guys can do, because that would be a really good thing for your resume if you put it out. Yeah. Yo, Rover, it would be great for learning coding. I think it would be nice because you are under his wing. It would be nice, man. Yeah. भैया 1 साल बाद एक्स को देख लिया, अब बताओ क्या करूं? यार honestly, here's the thing. Let me ask you this: why you broke up, if you don't mind sharing? Both server code and client code basic. Nice. Like, here's the thing: if she has done something to you, she didn't respect you, right? She's just another person, another stranger. Just treat it like that. You don't have to do anything. Only thing you have to look into: put the headphones on, right? And this is what I do. Uski ex, he ex hai bhai. Maybe. So like, what I listen to, right, for to get myself in zone. This is the audiobook I listen to like so much. It's like, honestly, like I should get banned from Audible for amount of times I have listened to this audiobook. It's really crazy. Not going to lie. Like, this is one of the things I listen to so often and so much. Oh, nice. She dumped me because I could not get a job on time when I graduated. Bro, you should be happy. Why are you worried? Where are your EXC XCs? You don't know me. But like, Ansh, actually, if she was like, oh, you could not find a job. If there are two types of women you will get in your life. One who will support you, other who will like fucking extract shit from you as if you are a mine. That's why they are called gold diggers, right? Yeah, you did dodge a bullet, and why you are sad for it? Like, everybody can see you dodged a bullet. You should be happy. You should. If I was in your case, right, when I dodged a bullet like that, I gave everybody ice cream party. Not going to lie. Dude, you think she is prettier? Just wait. Like the prettiness. If you once, like, here's the thing: if the person is right, she will become pretty day by day. Shows underlying mania. That's what. Yeah. And dude, it's not about prettiness. If you find the right person, it will never be about prettiness. It's about the nature of the girl. Command and control, nice. Chai, like drink chai, have some ice cream, pakode and stuff, and just chill. Just go to gym and just listen to this book, man. Just listen to this book once, and you will be hooked. That's all I can say. Listen to this audiobook, specifically the audiobook. Don't read the book, listen to the audiobook of this. Listen to this audiobook, man. Like, this is what happened. Did I get censored? I have no clue, actually. It should come up here if you got censored. I don't know. Like, on Twitch it comes. I don't know about that. But yeah, bro, like, Ansh, honestly, if once you read this or listen to this book, I can just play it later in the Discord, because when I'm working, I'm listening to stuff like this, so I can just play it if you want. I have listened to this book at least 8 to 10 times, honestly. Yeah, bro, like, Ansh, whether you might not realize it today, but you will realize down the road how big of a bullet you dodged, and that's a big thing. Work on, yeah, bro. Like, you love the girl. What about the fact that you loved your parents? Who you love more, right? I think just love your parents. Spend more time with them. Just buy stuff for your parents from your hard-earned money. It will like bring more satisfaction than anything. Check Hackers Pub, just chatting. Sure. Okay. Censored hacker. Wait, what's going on? Oh, girl, I have no clue what's going on here. I see. Oh, I think the girl one didn't came. I see. Bro just dodged a 50 caliber bullet from a mile. The thing is, I'm also struggling in personal life though. That thing affects me more, like I lost a competition or something. Bye, bro. Bye, bye. Ansh, lock in, bro. We are all in your same age group, so. Well, Ansh, I understand what you are saying. Because stuff is going in your personal life, you are comparing yourself to the time you were happy. The difference between why coal is fucking 100 rupees and a diamond is 100,000 rupees, like 1 lakh rupees, is the difference because it went through pressure. So you're just going through pressure right now. Have faith, right? Because the gold, the diamond that suffers more pressure and comes out is way more valuable than anything else. Second, and this is the biggest advice, bro. CH, give him that learn and earn. Yeah, like that one is. There are one more thing I can talk about. There are two type of flies in the world, right? One is a house fly. This person will go just to suck shit out of you. You will find it on the fucking feces, on like food, right? Just extracting the shit. Or you can have a butterfly. Now here's the beauty of butterfly. It won't come on shit things. You have to work hard, maintain a garden for years. It took years. If you got the girl so easily, was a housefly. Put food outside the window, you will get a housefly within like 5 minutes. For butterfly, you have to maintain a garden, have beautiful flowers, water them every day, and it takes like couple of years to get the right person. So you decide now based on this, and you can test it. Put something outside your window, what you will get, housefly or butterfly, then we'll see. Yes, I'm starting the LeetCode. I'm starting the LeetCode. And also, the thing is, Ansh, there is a thing, life gives you L, learn from it. When life gives you L, learn from it. This is important. This L is very important in life. Once you learn, remove the L and start earning. Start earning happiness, start earning your happiness, start earning money, learn. Yeah, thank you. Dude, I had like fucking 6 hours of sleep. I don't know. My brain, I'm going to be fumbling a lot of words. But okay, now focusing. This one is for Rover, Sriram, and anyone who wants to learn basics of data structure and just want to get into Python for coding. Right? I just asked Gemini, hey, list all the built-in data structures in Python. And so we are going to just cover those today, a bit more detail, and then I'm going to go over the LeetCode problems related to these basic ones, so we can start building proper foundation today. Today will be the foundation day. Okay, that's good then, Wrench. I got you, bro. I got you. So, yeah, today we are doing data structure, specifically in Python, and we are going to learn from the very basics of how to start. Never coded in my life. Interesting. Okay, so Python has built-in data structures, lists, tuples, dictionaries, and sets. Each is used to store collection of data. What is a data structure? So he's a big hacker, man. So what is a data structure, right? I think a lot of people don't understand the word, because I can understand it's a daunting word. Data structure. This thing means that you have data, right? Everybody got data at this point. So data needs to be stored in a proper way. There are different types of datas in the world. There could be your images, there could be like voice chats, there could be these text messages, right? There could be videos, any type of data that is being produced. Sensors produce like some electrical signals, stuff like that, right? Different types of data are there, many different types. And here's the thing, to store and have efficient, right? Like you need to make fast website, you need to make a good fast software, you want things to work fast, right? Then you need to understand for what type of data, what type of structure we should put it in, right? If you have a lot of text, just basically text, right? Like user ID, user description, what all stuff, right? Best way would be to put it in a table, right? If you have thousands of users, put it in a table, then you will be able to like go over them so fast, compared to if you put all that information in one file for one person, then another one for another, keep doing that, right? This is a more efficient way, right? This is the right structure for the type of data you are given. And that's what we are going to learn in Python, given a situation, right? Learn coding. Given like what type of stuff we are given, what type of structure we are, what type of problem we are solving, there are various ways you can handle it, and some are more efficient and some are more better in terms of time complexity and what is called memory complexity, which we will talk also today. It's important to understand what structures you are, right? And then how to solve it, because when, let's say, you have to use a nail, right? You want to do a nail. There are thousands of tools you can, if you have more tools, right? Different types of tools in your life, then you will be able to better perform. Let's say if you want to rebuild the house, you want to do something, right? You, for like just putting a nail on a wall, right? You will use a hammer. You won't be using a screwdriver. That doesn't make sense. But to do like for like other type of like stuff, let's say taking things out and stuff, some places a screwdriver will be better than a hammer. And that's what we need to understand, and we will learn from various, once we have many structures in place, once we have a bunch of algorithms in place, we will be able to see, okay, which tool will work better for which type of thing. How to do hello world, man. Okay, I'm not going to go over hello worlds and stuff though. Lists, right? You look like you are 6 feet or something. Mine is 6 feet actually. Yeah. Okay. So given lists, the very first one, and that's a very common one, right? Lists are ordered mutable collections of items. These are one of the most versatile data structures and can contain items of different data types. List basically is, this is, if this is a, think of this in your house, right? Multiple jars. There are so many jars in your house. No, I don't fight. I don't like fighting. So there are multiple jars in your house, right? And they are put in an ordered fashion. You can put whatever you want in your house, in those jars, right? And that's what a list is, right? A list is basically a collection of something in an ordered fashion. And the index, and this is, I think, a lot of people will makes their biggest mistakes with data structure. What I mean by order is that there are indexes to it, right? There are labels to it. Every single one of them is basically storing some data. It could be, let's say, 1 as a number, could be a string A, B, C, could be just a character A, or could be like something else, right? Anything, just another number, let's say 4 5. Now what it means by order is that there is index to it, just like when you are opening a book, right? Let's say if this is the book, right? Come on, why so? Okay, I don't know why it's here. So when you're opening a book, right, one thing you probably notice is an index page here, where you can see what thing is at what page, what topic is at what page, negotiation, hash tables and stuff. This is the same thing with arrays, that at index 0, and index is, when I say index 0, I'm talking about this line here. I'm not talking about this block. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about this line. That's index 0. So what is at index 0? What starts at index 0 is this thing. What is at index 1? Index 1 is this line. And what's there? This ABC. This is how the indexing is. This is like a biggest mistake I've seen when I was teaching. A lot of people don't realize the index is this line, because whenever you are doing any of the algorithms you pick, you will realize you are actually talking about these lines, nothing else. These are called the indexes, right? This pointer here is the index. You have something before this or something after this. So basically it says, right, let's say the line, so if index 0, or like let's say when you are doing like binary search or something, right, that's when these lines, we are talking about, okay, here, what is at this point? Take me to index this. What's before this index? What's after this index? This is how the data structure actually, when you go inside the lines list data structure, this is it. I have no idea actually. Welcome to the chat. It keeps coming, boss. I have no clue. So this is index. So you learn the concept of index, where it's like a way to find, just like on the page, right, of a book or index page, what it is, right? Next, right, in the list, how you define a list is basically learn it's changeable, mutable, it's changeable, it allows duplicates, and it's ordered. A list can be defined by simply saying a list can be defined by simply saying, if I have the list name as my list, you just put square brackets and this becomes a list. And you can see VS Code already saw it, right, that it's a data structure in Python. And you can put anything, like we did 1, which is a number. We don't have to put quotes, but if I put quotes and put ABC, I can put just 1, becomes a character. I can put like any amount of big number and stuff. This is a list. We use a lot of string slicing for getting commands from JSON or yeah, those are a little bit, I don't want to mention those things right now, but yes, you're right, either like there are a couple of things here I have mentioned, reversing the string and stuff, but I don't want to mention because I think I want to keep it like super basic. But if you can send me those like lists, that would be great. I will put it here. Oh, you have the GitHub link, just put it there. So lads, do you understand what is the meaning of list though? Do you understand? It's basically like in anything, right? It's basically actually just a list of things put together. That's legit the name of it. Rover, how about you? Thanks, Wrench. It's basically a data structure. Oh. I saw there. Oh. I saw that there was something, but it got removed. Yeah. Slicing and index, if someone doesn't allow, for sure are gonna get fucked. Yeah. Yeah, if they don't know slicing and stuff. Yeah. No, that's true. So it's okay, but though, like slicing and all those things, I think if they're ready to learn, they will learn. It's not that hard, but do give it a try, I will say, for everyone. So basically, let's list. Think about it as a strip in your memory with a lot of like number of things inside, right? It could be a string, a number, anything else, even an object. The syntax. What do you mean by that, bros? Follow your dreams. So this is basically the list, right? Now let's go over the next thing, tuples, which is also very interesting, and the problem we were trying to solve yesterday could have been solved by this. Look at this. Else if command this equal cd and length. Oh. What is the value of command? Oh, that way, like with the string from basically from 0 to the 2 and then equal cd. So if whatever is the value and length of command be greater than 1. Yeah, it can be like anything. Oh wow, okay, sounds good. That's actually good. So yeah, lads, if you learn about these things, string manipulation, I think you can write your own C2 servers. It can be CD basically and anything. I think after CD it can be anything, right? Value CD, yeah. Because it's just saying only CD. But you mentioned, right, this thing. Hold up. That's very big. That's what she said. So in this one, what if the command value is cd yada 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 yada? It will still match, right? Like if the command value is this, first two things will match with cd anyways, and it will still work, right? Oh, okay. There's more stuff to it. I was just looking here, like this part specifically. If you are given a string and you are trying to get like the first two, right, starting from 0, 1, and this is actually a good example though. When you are doing specifically, this is actually an amazing example. Yo, Wrench, actually this will help you. Based on the question we were talking about, this will actually be very helpful. This explains my point, what I was saying regarding the indexes. Thank you so much, Idor. Beautiful stuff. Okay, let me explain what I'm saying here. Okay, you understand here that the command, hey friend, are you learning Python from scratch? Yes. Yes. Hi Insomnia, nice to see you, bro. We were missing you actually. We were talking about that day when you gave Wrench the idea of turning off the the machine when we were doing the chat GPT one. Okay, so command 2, right? So let's say if in the command is a string. Hari Krishan Tiwari. Hey, Hari. Thank you so much for subscribing, boss. Thank you. Super confusing if somebody doesn't know about strike. I think it's even confusing when people don't know about indexing. So I think indexing will put it here. So think about this, right? Command is a string, right? It could be whatever it could be, right? Let's say if it is C, D, change directory, let's say important. If this is the string, right? We can put it like this. This becomes C, D, there is space in the next one, I, M, P. Now, because people don't understand, a lot of time it's just not clear because even university professors don't understand this topic, and I have actually seen it, right? At least at my university, I've seen one professor make this mistake. Do you solve problems in C++ also? Because LeetCode problem. Yeah, I don't solve it in C++ because I want to learn and master Python more. But I know I have done C++. It's a great language to learn from. If you are starting with something, C++ is a good one. C++ or Java. But if you want to like be able to crack interviews and have like a better way of joining a company, Python. But start with C++ or Java if you are learning. That builds your basic character. Okay, yeah, I don't know C++ a lot. So now, wrench, this is specifically for you. Now you understand, right? What 2 is. 2 refers to an index here, right? So if we talk about, a lot of people think when we talk about index, we are talking about this 0, 1, 2. And they say, oh, before 2 and stuff like that. No. Now, here is the thing comes. If you understand indexing, you realize that, hey, this is 0. This is 1. This thing is 2. So, what does the command, this one, says? What this command thing says, this specific stuff. It says from 0 to 2, whatever is between 0 to 2, give me that. Whatever content is between 0 to 2. What is that? C and D. That's between 0 and 2. Nice. Nice. So that's why indexing, understanding indexing, because these things people make mistake. I have seen it when I was checking people's paper, like because I was a marker, need to make some money for bills. But yeah, a lot of people, once you understand this, it's like, it's really good. Once you understand indexing. Okay, you already knew it. I thought you would really. Where I work for like a consulting company, Infosys. Through them, I work for Walmart right now. Yeah. Same thing about India. Yes. Get eigen. Yeah. Because Python, you can just do it this way and you don't have to put 0. That's this Python stuff. So that's actually a great example. Thank you, Ido. That helped me like put my explain people better. Now let's talk about tuples, right? Tuples are Wipro and currently working in a Google project. Oh, nice, bro. That's awesome. Bro, in Go, we had to use slices in second classes. Nice. This would also work. Command. No. What this means is, here's the thing, right? In Python, it is basically doing the opposite thing. Now, what you mentioned, let me just take this thing. What you are saying, Insomnia, if we have index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? But yo, no, what insomnia type was like this, command 2 something. So this was a. So what this means is that starting from index 2, because it's before the colons, right? Starting from index 2, go to the very end. Whatever is the end, I don't know whatever is the end, right? But go to the very end of this and give me all. So it will return a space, a string with space I M P. Don't worry, bro. I understand. Right? Because because the 2 is before the colon, starting from the index 2. In the case what Idor mentioned was colons were first and then 2. Right? So whatever is the start, basically 0 or anything, like just wherever is the start from start and give it only to the maximum of 2. 2 should be the last index. So what Idor mentioned was this. What you are mentioning is this. Hopefully that helps, like explain why. Because of the colon. The whole magic is by colons. This thing. Right? And it will take time. No problem, bro. Trust me, I understand, man. I'm also in 6-7 hours of sleep. In JS, I lose equality and yeah. JavaScript is another level of drunk language, man. Created in 10 days. So kudos to the person who created a language working from more than 2 decades, almost at 3 decades, was built in 10 days. Crazy. And we now know that it's owned by Oracle. Okay, now let's look at tuples, which is also a very important one. Dude, I don't know how somebody can create a whole language in 10 days. Kudos to him, man. But okay, tuples. This could have solved kind of our problem from yesterday, where we were talking finding if all the characters of one string are also available in the other one, right? Let's look at here. Tuples are ordered, immutable, cannot change. Once a tuple is created, its contents cannot be changed. Its immutability makes them useful for presenting data that cannot be altered. Right? What is a tuple? Remember, it's ordered, so indexing is there, 0, 1, 2, whatever, right? Allows duplicates, but it cannot change once it's created. A good example of tuple let me ask. Yeah, birth certificate, your passport and information, yeah? So like any kind of very important information can be used with tuple. Tuple again is the same thing as what you can imagine, right? For a list, it's also a list basically. Let me change the color to white. I'm not racist. I'm just, it's easier to write on it. Yeah. So in tuple, right, it's immutable. Yo, hello bro, DevQL. Ooh, Bitcoin, nice. So in tuple, right, it's basically a list. I want you to think of it as a list because it has all the features of a list except it's unchangeable. It's useful when you are creating things like, let's say, passport, because it can has various type of things. In passport, it can first store your date of birth, which would be like, let's say, a string, 2018 1 Jan, right? Something like that. Then it could store how CH bro, I don't use DSA as much as I do. I should, because I just write small codes. Bro, even with small codes, that's the whole point of modularization, right? Can you please suggest me the best book for DSA maths? What do you mean by DSA maths? Like, can you explain what you mean by DSA maths? What I go for and what I really like, I can give you that. This is the one I have used. I haven't bought a data structure one ever, but this is the one I use for basically cracking the interviews or practicing for interviews. This one, and then LeetCode, bro, or something similar like Code Chef or anything similar. But again, going back, right? You want a data structure that can store various types of values, right? Can be a string, number, but should not be changeable, right? So then comes tuples, where you have date of birth. You can have like a passport number. It could be like based on where you are. It could be just a number, a very big number. A full-on string with your address. If I keep watching CH, I will become a developer more than a hacker. Dude, at least the chances of getting a job will be higher though. But okay, going back, right? So in tuple, things are ordered. You can store different types and it's useful, right? It allows duplicates, stuff like that. So your first name and last name could be same and it will allow that. How you define it? Basically this. Let me copy this so you can see it better. This is how a tuple is. If we want, we can get whatever is at index 0, right? Whatever is the first value, whatever is the second value, banana, or third value. You can see why 3.14, because it's a decimal, it's a float value, right? Not an integer. So it is still working. But tuple, honestly, like tuple is useful when you are looking at, finding if there are things are unique or not, stuff like that. Really good one. But also there are things like sets, which are also very useful. So, but good to know this. I haven't used many tuples in data structure. Mostly my life has been around dictionaries and arrays or sets. Okay. Now comes a very, very important one, which we have done yesterday. And if you are going in data structures, this is something you are going to use at least like a bajillion times. At least a bajillion times. Let me go here. And that's called dictionaries. Sorry, I have to just make sure. Okay. Dictionaries are unordered. There is no like, hey, get me like whatever is that value 1 or whatever is the first. Everything is jumbled. They don't care. There is no order. Doesn't mean if you put something first, it will be first, right? Mutable basically is changeable, right? Collection of key value pairs. Important thing is key value pairs, because dictionaries are basically hash tables, which we learned yesterday. Each key is unique and used to retrieve its corresponding value. They are optimized by retrieving items based on their key. I will explain way more in detail a better version. But need to understand it's changeable, unordered, duplicate, keys must be unique, values can be duplicate. What is a freaking dictionary? A dictionary is basically, I don't know if you guys know about JSON objects or if you guys know about hash tables, right? We talked about hash tables yesterday. Basically, it's a key value pair. If you have thought of like, you might have seen tables, right? In your, whenever you are like looking at, YouTube is not updating, by the way. YouTube is not updating? Oh. Okay, sounds good, bro. Have a good night. Sorry I started late today. I will try to start early next time. But for people here, right? What is basically in a table, if you know, a table has something called an ID in databases. There is an ID like username. Okay, yeah, I think it was this thing wasn't getting updated for some reason. Okay, so there is ID here in tables, right? Because this is like your user ID. passport ID, right? Stuff like that, which are very like your driving license number, things that are unique. Nobody will have same in the same like province or same country. Nobody will have two same passport numbers, right? So this is unique. But other values like the name, address can be same because your parents both and you will have different passport ID, but name and address can be same, right? And other things like age can be same, right? So that's how dictionaries work. Same ideology, that you form key value pairs. Key value. Step by step. New subscriber bhai, I'm doing backtracking IST time, and I do questions like permutations and subsets, and it looks like I'm memorizing backtracking instead of understanding. Okay, I understand. Backtracking, bro. So let me put it this way: backtracking is like the. Let me think. Give me 1 sec. Let me put it in proper words. Sorry. Okay. Can you write what you are saying regarding backtracking, right? Like, however I do it, right? Are you able to draw things with backtracking? I understand what you are saying is basically you saw a problem, you looked at the steps and or like basically related to that question and able to do it. Let me show you how I do something like how I solve a very important problem or very important type of problem called dynamic programming, right? Basically there are certain steps with certain things. Backtracking is one of these types of problems, right? Which needs to be solved by itself because you don't know how many steps it will take from beginning, right? So how to do it? There are 3 steps to solve things like backtracking or problems like DP and stuff. First is base condition. Base condition. Second is intermediate step. Sorry, my writing is not the best. And last, basically, what should be the repeating step? Or wait, no. Need to put it properly. Return value. Okay, much easier, much better English. So things like backtracking, let me ask you this question: are you able to find the base conditions? If not, that's fine. Are you able to find the return value? If not, that's fine. Are you able to find at least the intermediate step? Think of these. Are you able to find before coding, before starting the coding, to take down any single data, like any single dynamic programming type question? You need to know these 3 things. Are you able to understand these things? Are you able to figure them out in pure English, not even coding, just pure English or Hindi or whatever you like? Are you able to find these things? Oh, yeah, dude. So step by step, if you are able to find these conditions before you start coding, and let's say when you start coding, at least you are able to find 1 or 2 of these, right? If you at least know the intermediate step and you know, let's say, the base condition, if you know these things, you can code any backtracking thing or any data dynamic programming values if you know at least 1 or 2 of these steps before you start coding. If you are not able to figure it out, then do not look at the solutions till you figure it out. Talk to yourself, talk to somebody in the house. Hey, I have this problem, let me talk to you and see if I am able to find as I'm explaining you the problem. Try to explain yourself the problem in the mirror or try to explain somebody else. If you are able to do it, you are not you might feel like you are learning them or just like memorizing them, but you actually have learned the steps. Look at this. Take up image of this and like just keep it. Base condition, intermediate step, return value. If you are able to do it, you can do backtracking or any kind of data dynamic programming ones. Okay, going back. Dictionaries, right? Where is dictionary? Okay, here it is. Key value pair. What is a key value pair? When you go to your school, when you go to, let's say, anywhere, right? Any organization. School is an easy one because a lot of people already have been there, right? When you go to school, what they ask you, what is your, no problem, bro. Hopefully that helps. Did that actually clear though? Like, did it make sense what I was saying? And so when you go to school, what is your student ID, right? This is the very first question they ask. Why they ask it? Because with the student ID, they are able to retrieve within a second. Oh, nice. Thank you, bro. Thanks, Robert. So what is your student ID? Because once they type your student ID, in 1 second, they are able to retrieve it. Why? Think of it as a list. Think of it as a list, and it's a very good way to put it, right? Let's say if a school has 10 students, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say 6 or 7 for now. So let's say if a school has 7 students, right? When you are using an array, you can type array of students, and let's say the student ID was 4. You just put this and you will get all the values you need, right? Or you can put all the values you want, right? Because we know what is after at the index value, what objects lies at the index 4, right? Now, if there was like a really big school with like thousands and thousands of students, you can have a really big string, not the best data structure though, right? But you can have it. It will work, right? You can have so many students and a very big list of students, right? When you put in their value, their user ID or their student ID, and you can retrieve all the information. But now, that's, let's say, in languages, right? There are certain languages in which you have to tell how many students you want. Yeah, basically, right? The whole idea is that just like in a list, when you put the index, you are able to retrieve the information. It's the same idea with dictionary. In dictionary, there is basically kind of a key value pair. This is called hash maps, basically, in which this data structure, what it does is basically say, hey, give me a key. It is like a function. It works like a function. Hey, give me key and the value, right? A dictionary or hash map, whatever you like to say. Let's put it dictionary for now. Hash map says, give me the key, right? What it does, creates some data structure, some way of storing in the whole computer that, hey, this key, all things look like, yeah. No, Insomnia, you're right. Yeah, you are basically on the right track. So key has the location. Key is basically the location, just like in array there is index, and based on it, it's able to find. So your hash or your dictionary is basically a very big array with key, or you can say index. Use key, that's the right word. Index is just for your understanding, and the values corresponding to it. It could be, let's say, a student number 1 with the value as the name, let's say censored hacker. Student 2 could be rover. Oh, I could write rover better. Student 3, insomnia, right? Then you can retrieve, hey, what is that student 3? Who is student 3rd? Insomnia. Who is student 2? Rover. Who is student 1? CH. I want to make certain changes in student 1 information. That's how you do it. How you write it down, that's even more simpler and easy. Bro, you could be IIT teacher by day and hacker by night. Dude, I would love to be a teacher because, you know, I have such a bad... I don't know what to say. Well, like, I have such a bad experience with so many teachers in my life. A lot of them are collecting paychecks instead of being actual teachers. Like, teaching is a very sacred type of a... It's like almost being a priest. I don't know why people don't take that job seriously. It's like being a doctor or something. My teacher was like, wait, let me refer YouTube on list in YouTube. I am the guy he was referring to in the YouTube. And the beautiful part about dictionary, you can have keys. It doesn't have to be just number. The key could be a name, a string, any kind of value can be a key, and any kind of value can be a value in the key value pair. It could be anything. Anything could be a key value pair. Anything can be key value, right? And they all are separated by comma. So if I say, hey, print or give me my list, I just have to stop. My teacher, I just have to give it like this. My dictionary, I have to say, okay, which dictionary, which array I'm referring to, right? And then I have to type. Either I can do .get, which is the right way to do it, or this is also the right way to do it. I can just put square brackets beside my dictionary name and say which key I want. I want like the H key. I want to get the key, or like it could be, let's say student here. The example I was giving, right? Sorry, I have so many Amazon stuff related to my life. Let's put it this way. Okay. So let's say my key is somewhat like, or my dictionary is somewhat like university students. It would be like here. Let's say 1 would be Rover. Second, this is Hustle University, lads. Don't look that up. Don't look that up. My bad. And remember, they all are separated by comma. Right? So now let's say I want to retrieve. You got that. I want to retrieve who is the student with the student number 2, right? This, it will return the value within O1, which is like the best time complexity you can get. Okay, and I'm going to put it in the Discord so you guys have the answers, or some, like, you can see what's going on, and you can practice writing things down, retrieving information. I will write every single question. Try those things, and I promise by tomorrow you will be way more comfortable than you were when you joined this. Okay, now let's look at sets. The last, and I will say this is a really good one if you are looking into data structures and algorithm, because once you understand sets as well, which is very easy, you will be able to solve so many of data structure algorithm problems in way more easy time complex way. Okay, sets are unordered mutable collections of unique elements. They are useful for tasks involving membership, testing, or eliminating duplicate entries from a list. So mutable, they can change. Unordered, you can put the first one, it won't remain the first one inside the set, right? It doesn't keep an order of who came, who went, what order, right? Does not allow duplicates. This is its one of the biggest strengths. It does not allow duplicates. It's a set, like a mathematical set. It does not allow duplicates. Everything is unique. So if you want to find and you want to create, let's say if you have a array with like so many duplicate values, and you just want to remove all the duplicates and get a list of, or like get a data structure which gives you only the unique elements in it, or only the like remove all the duplicates in it. Set, just put everything in a set, it will automatically remove all the duplicates, right? Now how you define a set? Amazing, like I will still say set is one of the most amazing one in Python, because it makes your life simple in very hard times, right? A set is basically a collection. Let's say if you have two boxes, let's put it this way, right? And this is a really interesting problem, I think, for a set, right? Remember the ship of Noah story? I think Noah, that's the name. Sorry if I'm like hurting anyone's sentiment, I don't want to. But I think if you have heard of Noah, right? The guy who created ship to save himself, everyone. Ship. Noah's Ark, actually, yeah, Ark. Right? If you remember, if you see this image, right? He created a ship to save everyone. Yo, you forgot one thing though, Insomnia. You forgot the key. Where's the key? Key for ID1 and stuff. You're right on the. You're right. It should be like more like something like this. Okay, so as I was saying, right, this is the ship. See, interesting thing, every animal basically has two pairs. Why? Male and female. Now Noah sees there are, let's say, thousands of animals. That's awesome, you got it right. There are thousands of animals in the forest, but shape on the ark is limited. Limited space. So what is the best way? Find couple, basically get DNA, or basically find a way that all the animals can reproduce. Right? For reproduce you need male and female. Right? So what he did is, when he was given a list of thousands of animals in the forest, he created a set in which he will create only the list, or not even have to put it this way. In his ark, he will only have, let's say, female lion, male, lion, female. If any other lion wants, they are not allowed, because all these both, he already got the DNA for both, or he already got one pair for each. Same thing with elephants, male element and female element. Right? That's what he did. Solved a problem like creating a set so that everybody can reproduce. So Jesus is coder, what a actually Noah is not Jesus, right? Noah is not Jesus. Yeah. Noah is like I have no idea much. It's part of Bible. It's part of Bible, book of Genesis. I don't know much about Noah though. I just know about this because somebody came to my house and was telling me about it. Witnesses of Noah. That's what they call themselves. So I don't know much, man. No, I haven't seen that actually. Yo, send it to me. I would love to see it. But this is how you create set. Given hundreds or thousands of values of various different things, let's say like a list of students, right? Some could be duplicate, like a bunch of voters, a bunch of, let's say, animals, right? You only want to collect the DNA for just one of each category, right? You have a fruit basket, a bunch of fruits at the grocery store. You just want one of each. You create a set for it. So you know you are not duplicating them, right? And that's the whole idea. I have to stop this mushroom one. And that's how you basically, is one of the ways of using sets, or one of the uses of sets. How you define it in this, similar to the dictionary, but here's the thing. Stop. And it can be of any value. You can have anything in it. Here, right? Important to know, in dictionary, you are again using curly brackets, but there is a key value pair. Everything is separated by comma. There is no key value pair. It's just values separated by comma. Similarly, in list, there is a square brackets. In tuple, it is the curve ones, right? Parenthesis, which we say. So these are basically the built-in data structures that you would need to solve majority of the a bunch of problems, and you can create complex from here, but these are the basic tools you need to know. Now let me ask Gemini to give questions. Give me 9 very simple coding problems for each data structure mentioned above to practice. Don't put them in order, just 9. Okay, I miss times when CH used to be a hacker. I will be tonight. You don't have to miss me much. The problems are not grouped by data structure. So here are the problems, lads. This is some homework for you. Count unique elements. Write a function that takes a list of numbers and return the count of unique elements in it. Filter words. Give a list of words. Create a new list containing only the words that have an even number of letters. Check for an empty container, right? Yeah, teacher by day, hacker by night. That's actually is a good one for me. These are 9 simple problems, lads. Try to solve it for you guys, and then I'll just post it in Discord. And for people who don't have my Discord, sorry, I'm just losing words at this point. Need to sleep someday. Oh, write-ups and oh, thank you so much. Oh, nice. This is nice, bro. Thank you so much, Robert. Yo, lads, Robert did amazing. Sent an amazing one. Thank you so much, Robert. I should create a homework channel and tag everyone there. So this is from the live stream, so I'm just going to put it there. Lads, all the problems are here, right? With like count unique ones, filter words, check for empty container. Do try them, please. Do them, because once you do them, right, you will get more comfortable and understand when to use which tool. Once you understand when to use which tool, then you actually become so much better at going towards the interview for a big company. Because when you go for a big company, right, this is from my personal experience. When they asked me, hey, why you, when I said, okay, I am using PHP MyAdmin, like with MariaDB for my WordPress site. Their question was why MariaDB, why basically a SQL database, why not a NoSQL one? Things like this you understand, you will be able to answer once you actually do these small problems. They build, like I said, these problems are like a character in coding. These build your character, these build your ability to answer things, which will be very helpful in interviews, because those interviews like are not hard for somebody who has good foundation. If you don't have good foundation, if you have been like just try to do LeetCode, finding ways to get some like algorithm done, they are not going to get you, because AI can do it. Understanding when to make a choice of SQL versus NoSQL, understanding when to use GraphQL, right? Understanding when to use React versus other kind of frameworks. That's what big companies look for. That's legit it. When to use Python versus, let's say, Java. Those type of problems will be asked. So hopefully that helps you. Hopefully this session was a good one for you to get started, because I got the request, so that like to start from basic ones. And yeah, so for tomorrow we are going to cover going back to cracking the coding interview, going back to this book, and we are going to complete our chapter 1. Basically we complete our chapter 1 with string builders and other stuff. Yeah, but till then, thank you so much, lads, for joining. I don't have much for today. Hopefully this was a good one. Let me know if you want me to cover something more in detail, some type of programming languages or something else in similar fashion, right? But till then, thank you so much, Idor. Adios, amigo. And thank you so much, Rover, Rabbit, Wrench, Step by Step, Insomnia. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you for such a great support. Till then, I'll see you guys tonight for some hacking, and we'll continue our Try Hack Me journey. Thank you, Rover. What did you do today? Are you doing data structure challenge, or was it only a lesson? Today was basically, yesterday I was doing some basically LeetCode, and then somebody mentioned that they want to learn basic data structures first, so they can continue more. When are you only... sorry, Insomnia, can you explain that? Oh, when I'm going online. So I will be going online next in the evening, my evening. So in like, let's say 10 hours for cybersecurity stuff. And then again tomorrow in, let's say, in my morning again, 9 a.m. PST for some data structure and algorithm. And we are going to do LeetCode tomorrow. Just LeetCode, I promise. But till then, thank you so much, lads. Have a good one. And if you have any question, Insomnia, or anyone, right? It is 8 a.m. for you. Sorry, boss. Where you live? Feel free to text me, because I have to change my timing soon. So we'll 100% look into that. But till then, thank you so much, everyone. Bye! Germany. Nice. We'll plan. Do send me a text. Okay? Thank you.